Welcome back to the channel, brothers and sisters. Welcome back. This is a weird symbols in Ravenswood. And I thought I would take a wee bit of time and start at this tree here. I like sometimes starting videos at this tree because it's fell over a long time ago, but still hasn't given up. It still grows, which is really, really cool. And that's the other thing I love. I love how nature, especially this tree, is shown that it's still, as long as there's enough roots in the ground, it can still grow. And it's also down through there. Because I'm here at daytime, I can point out weird symbols in the wood, but also point out where the light in the wood came from, because it was just in there. And you will hear the ravens in the background. When I was walking along the trail, they wouldn't shut up, but now that I'm closer up in here, they're like, oh no, he's inside, he's here. No particular reason. That's actually a fresh one. I noticed that on one of the last night videos, and I thought that's going to be really, because it starts there and curves up, and that's fresh, but there's no fresh trunk around. They're all old. And there's a few more further in. The old ones are pretty cool as well. I'm just going to be mindful. I do see things during the day in this woodland. More so at night time, but also during the day. I've had episode 1 of this of the last walk around and showing symbols in a woodland. It's this bit here, because I'm going to go to that tree, because it goes all the way, but there's no root to it, which is really weird. I noticed this the last time I seen it in here as well. This is a fresh one. That's obviously wind. That's what wood does. There's other ones where it's like, right, well, explain what does that. Because we don't, well, we have two cryptids, and we have 2 cryptids in the UK. I'll touch upon that on tonight's video. I'll be touching on one of them. I've already done a night video on one, which is the Schoolfahedon, or the shapeshifter or skinwalker. Tonight's one is the rake. I'm not sure if I've done the rake before, but I'm going to actually give some facts, especially here in the UK, and some unknown facts. Very unknown facts. Sheep are just passing through. This is the one. This is the one. It's got no root system to it. I do apologise. There is sheep in the background. And there's sheep down there as well. Down through, being looked at by sheep. Anyway, get back to the show this one. That's the wind. There it was. That's the wind. This one, however, is not. This one here. This branch here goes all the way up. And a natural X. That's actually pretty cool. That's the wind. The wind is because it can get quite blowy up here. And there are. What the fuck was that? Was even the sheep are looking at me as if to say, "Was that you, pal?" No, that wasn't me. Oh, no again. It's fucking broad daylight, man. Fuck's sake. It's not even fucking 12 o'clock in the morning. It's not even midday yet. It's just turned midday. It's 12 o'clock exactly. Again, the shit that I got last year. And it's during the day. Right, get back onto doing the symbols. Because this is a weird one here. Because it's actually snapped in two places. It's actually really cool. It's a tree that's fell on top of a tree that's fell on top of a tree that's split. It's one tree. It's pretty fucking cool actually. Sorry for swearing, but I think that's really cool. Aye, whatever fucking crashed through here, the sheep are coming up towards me thinking like, oh, it's safe beside you. And you're the guy that comes in here sometimes. Even the other sheep are heading up. Oh, for fuck's sake. They totally are. Because they totally looked at me, looked in the direction of where that came from, heading up to me now. Because it's just there. But they're heading up towards where I am because like they seen me and it was like, because it came from down through there. Like I said, it's even broad daylight. Even in the daytime, like the whatever's in here, there's like a couple of things that are in this. I've got previous videos. I see them. See, just standing there. They were way down there, but they've came up here to be like, here. By the way, is this you? No, isn't it? I see you, pal. I see you, but it wasn't me. That one's like, nah. I feel safer with this guy. This is the guy with the. This is the guy with the. See what I mean? There's well, these ones are a different breed. These are black-faced ewes. Black-faced ewes. It's looking at me as if to say, I ken that wasn't you. I think I kind of feel safer with you, with you up here, because whatever the fuck that was, because there's. Aye. It wasn't me, pal. I see you. We'll head this way. strange. Strange, because there's still stuff happening down there. It's the sheep actually, that wee, bless the wee animal, it actually reacted to what was in here, to be fair. Power of nature. A tree that's crashed into a tree that's crashed into a tree. And then the natural, that's what I came over here for. The natural X. Hey, that X is natural, by the way. Just the one did that. But there's other ones that aren't. This will be one big long episode of all the strange symbols and like. You've just got to look at like it's just trees. It's actually marked. The trees are marked in a symbol, which is weird. And then a fresh one. And they've all been, like, it is everywhere. And there's like a trident. It's like a trident going through, because it actually goes right through the tree. It's pretty cool. Maybe I think I showed this on a nighttime one. It's like there's no reason for that. Like, and I've already shown ones where they're like half a tree in a tree. That's the Ravenswood one is they are interesting. Some of it can be explained. Some of them, however, not so much. Especially in the other woodland. I'm going to call it Eagleswood. Eagleswood. And there's a half a tree again. I knew I seen one. This will be my wee campfire experience tonight. I'm going to do this video and then don't know whether to do the video showing the wee setup or just leave it until tonight, because I've got a few videos to upload before coming out tonight. Plus get a wee kit before coming out, so I don't want to be half asleep tonight, because I've had a few stray, well, the sheep were up that end, so the sheep were up here, and the sheep reacted to whatever made the fucking bangs down here, and I've heard these bangs at night time, and it's no the ravens, because the ravens, they've offed, they're now away. But that was a big fucking tree knock. I'm going to call it for what it was. Whatever the fuck it did, whatever it was, no got a fucking clue. Because the sheep reacted to it, because normally they really give a fuck. You can have a campfire, you can have a wee campfire there, and they'll walk by you and that, but they really, like the animals around here are pretty chill. It's when they start freaking out. Because I was standing still, and that's why it came up towards me, because the other two fucked off, and the other one was like, nah, it's actually safer being here, because it wasn't this guy. This is the guy that shines this is the guy that's been up here a few times. Because there's always there's like the black-faced Jews that are a wee bit different to other breeds. They're a wee bit more, slightly more, and they're still stupid, but just not as stupid as other breeds. They're pretty savvy, because they can navigate themselves through this terrain. Pretty easy dozy. It's actually quite fun to watch them just jumping about in here. Whatever that was, it made a bang, because that's how the sheep reacted to it. And it's not the first time I've heard it. I've heard it in here a few times. on camera and off camera. Both, caught it both. That's a weird place to have it's the arch. I knew I've seen that in another video. There's also like weird ones as well. There's natural ones, and then I'm getting to the bit where they're not so natural. The arch. There's a mushroom coming through. Even in this, because it is pretty harsh, the weather is pretty harsh today. It's really low minuses. There is a couple. There's the other angle of the arch. It's pretty cool. And then there's ones that are just randomly placed. Tonight's witching hour up here is going to be very interesting because the daytime, there's been a couple of strange things today, and it's been they're actually frozen. That's bad. Oh, I've got to remember there's a full corpse around here. The snow covers it. Some of that is natural, but there's one that's placed. So this one is the one in the background just there, that's placed. It's pretty cool. It's pretty chill as well here. And there's one there again. There's one going up there. It's placed because it tangles, it wraps at the top. It wraps around and curves around the other side of the tree. Wind doesn't do that. Yeah, the witching hour in here tonight's going to be tonight's woodland experience. Witching hour urban legend campfire experience is definitely going to be an experience. It's not the first time I've had that happen. It's like the ground vibrates underneath my feet. pardon me. Some of it's old, like some of the older patterns, but there's a few that are relatively new, and there's ones that are even new since the last time I was here. That's further back in the episode. Gives a concept of what it's like here in the daytime as well. And you don't just get sheep, there's also hares as well. That's hare droppings. And somebody no really liked what I was oh well. Say campfire food, say campfire wood. As they say, it's campfire wood. I don't mind. You get a lot of natural ones, like the wind did that there, and it causes a wrecks. There we go. Lets you see the symbols a bit more clearly in the daytime. And there's like half branches and half trees stuck in them here as well. I noticed it the first time when I ever came in here at night time, and I was like, oh, because that adds to, like, it can add to the atmosphere a little bit. And just to prove a point, I am here on my own. There's no one around. It's just me. Just me. Me and me. Because I'll be back here tonight for... Be back. Here. Here for the campfire. I'm going to do this video first. So I'm going to head up, because going up to where the bit of metal is where I'm going to end the episode. And then come join me on tonight's episode's going to be interesting. It's broad daylight and I'm seeing sheep moving through the woods and it's no sheep. Oh, tonight's one's going to be interesting. I just heard a fucking voice. Just heard a voice. That wasn't sheep. That was an actual voice. It was like something said, "Get out." Just to show the X's. But it's not really. It forms an X and then it goes into something else entirely at the top there. And the bit where I picked the wee camp bit, it's a wee bit. It's the only area in here that doesn't have symbols around it. You've got to go walking a few meters to get to any random symbols and stuff. It was the reason why I picked it. I'm probably going to look back on the very first tree symbol episode of today and go, I kind of did walk underneath the archway. I'm hoping I didn't. And that's the reason why I came to this bit. Because it shows them all. It shows absolutely all of them. You don't really see them when you're up close. up close it shows like the splits, the tree being split, and then like the random ones that are just placed. I've already shown one that's halfway up a tree. And I'm not even looking for it, it's just, it's there. They're there, and it doesn't surprise me with it being on top of a whaling, to be fair. It really doesn't surprise me. Natural prism, it's pretty cool. Some is natural, but some there is a good few that are like trees that are snapped into other trees. It does show that. It's pretty mad. Just to show the symbols in the background. To be fair, the sheep are actually not too bad. And not everybody will see the symbols, but if you do, there's a strange one. I noticed that one. That's just like a random branch from another tree that's in this tree here. And the type of tree that is, it's not around here. It's not up at this part, it's further down. It's like something's took it and then lobbed it up in there. There must have been something here, because this is like a perfect circle area. It's like a perfect clearing. Like, because this is like an area where the whaling comes right at this bit here. Just to show, it actually comes to this bit here where I'm standing, and then it goes over to the Eildons in the background, just over there, and then the whaling from the Eildons, it heads up. Like I said, the whaling does a really weird thing around in this area. There's only 2 other whalings on the planet that do what this whaling does here. There's only 2 other whalings on the planet that do it. And one's in America in Appalachia, and the other one is over in Russia. They've also got an area where it's strange things happen, should we say. That's the other thing about the Dilatov Pass. But what they don't look into is the whaling that actually passes through there, and it does something weird, because there's only 2 other whalings that do it. Because I'm on one. One's in Appalachia, and the other one is over in northern Siberia, which is pretty mad. And they've all got areas where there's like weird and wonderful weird and wonderful things that happen, and I'm just showing that. And you always get like one of these wee random trees, and then there's a burial mound as well. I'm going to end it here with this tree. That's absolutely beautiful with the sun in the background. It's absolutely beautiful. And the way line cuts over there. So you can see where the other woodland, I was in there earlier, and you can see that the wailing goes right through that, and there's weird things there. There is a cairn up there. There is a couple of weird things over there as well. That's future content. And the battlefield that I'm on about, well, one of them is just around the other side of the, you've got that woodland, and then just around the corner from, because it's around the other side of the hill. But these are sort of like mini mountains around here, to be fair. Pretty cool to walk, plus knowing the way line energy and all of that, and putting it in the context for it explains a lot of what's going on. I knew last year, but I wanted to make just see what happens, like, because I don't come out with any kind of intent for anything. That's the main thing. I genuinely don't come out for encountering anything. And there's always like weird stone placements and stuff, because it is a wayline. If you know about this wayline, if you know about it, you know about it. And I'll do a campfire experience, but I won't be staying up here, not until the summertime anyway, or spring. I won't be doing it in the winter, because it's pretty open to the elements up here, like. It's pretty open. I've already had a couple of strange things when I attempted it the last time. Just going into a bit more detail is like why I actually come here, and it's the reason why I come here, because this is an old burial mound as well. Because somebody back a long time ago knew that the wailing came through here, and knew that it did weird things. It does a weird thing around here, because where you would expect it to go, it doesn't. Because you would expect it just to go straight north. You would expect it to go that way, but it doesn't. It goes over that way, so it comes here. So it comes over here and then cuts. Where's the other woodland? The other woodland's over there. So it cuts over there and then goes right along to the Woodlands and then heads north. I'll be able to show what I mean over here. So I showed the Woodlands in previous videos. So there we go. I'll bring the Woodland in here. Bring one of the Woodlands in it. There. That Woodland tip, so it goes, the wailing cuts over to there, over to the Eildon, and then over to that snowy peak over there, and then heads north. It's a weird area. There's only one other area where a wailing, there's only two other areas, sorry. Appalachia, in a certain part of Appalachia on one of the trails. It used to be a popular trail, but now it's not that popular because of certain things that happen on that trail. And you get a lot of, like, I've encountered I've encountered it, yeah, because I see it. It captures it sometimes, and get weird audio, and there's people that think, oh, there's other people around, and it's like, it's not. It's like, it's you're talking at like 2 o'clock and between 2 and 4 in the morning. It's the reason why I do it, and I do some of this over midweek as well, so you kind of like, and I don't broadcast when I come out either. That's the other thing. I don't go, oh, I'm going here tonight. It's just spur of the moment, total spur of the moment, because I don't want a I'm pretty chill, like the content is pretty chill, but it's kind of spooky at the same time, because I don't come out with the intent to encounter anything. It's just, I enjoy this area during I enjoy it, love it through the day, but I also enjoy it at the night time as well, because of the whaling. I'm giving a bit more context in this video. It's just a bit long, but this is more of a context. I think I've done it in another video, but I'm just reiterating and stating that, like, it's the reason why I come here, because the whaling does something weird here, and there's only 2 other places on the planet that whalings do what it does here. In whalings, you'll get weird and wonderful things anyway if you stay on top of a whaling or near it. Like, you will get weird things, and I'm right on it, because a long time ago people decided to bury themselves here, hence why there's no trees that grow. Where there's been someone buried, there was a couple of trees that have decided to grow there, but miraculously they're not there because it's a resting place. There's another resting place over in the other one as well, because there is an ancient battlefield around here. A lot of ancient stuff happened here. A lot of the history, like a lot of modern history, they all want it, modern historians, they want everything to start at 1066. But there's another 4,500 years of history before that. Because there's some really cool woods and forests around here as well. Like there's a lot of places where I'll be going in the future. But I'll still be coming back here, because I enjoy it. I enjoy the thrill, because it's on a whaling. You never know what you're going to encounter. Like tonight, I've had a couple of odd experiences, and it's broad daylight. I had one at 10:15 in the morning, and then exactly at midday. I'm just pointing it through and changing and that in at the same time, because it lets you see the symbols and like trees that have been placed into other trees and stuff, and distant symbols as well. And at the same time, I'm just nattering and giving an explanation as to why I come here. I get a thrill out of it because I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen. I could come out tonight and there might be nothing. I could come out tonight and all hell could break loose. I've got a couple of videos where all hell's literally broke loose. The first witching hour of 2026. That was wild. That was a wild night. The tree knocking before the witching hour was like enough for me to be like, That's why I started heading back down. And then I got like random curiosity. I was like, oh, I'll go back to the wee cave, like the bog. Like, well, it's like a bit of water where there would have been a cave a long time ago. And there's something standing there watching me. I can see it with my own eyes. Spirit Talker totally confirms it, because I've seen it there in a previous urban legend video. And I thought, like I'm getting out, because I was on the mindset that if I had phantom lights that night, I would have. And then, as I was walking back down to go into the other woodland, upon further review now, I now know that I actually captured a phantom light, but didn't notice it at the time. Or if I did, I wasn't really paying much attention because there was a lot of stuff happening. And then again of that wee bit, and there's metal banging, and then all of a sudden it says what it says. It says the L, that was broad daylight, I can say it. I didn't give it any credence, especially over the witching hour. Absolutely not will I give any credence to anything. If any name comes through the Spirit Talker, especially certain kinds of names, I will not give credence to them whatsoever. When it said Legion, at the same time, there was like, that shit wasn't owls, like I've had a owl sat right in a branch right up above me. It said Legion, followed by 2 fucking fucked up sounds, and the whole energy just changed because I was like, and then at that, there was weird shit happening behind me as well, which was really weird. And it's the first time I've came up here, because there was a brief bit in the blood moon, coming up here over the blood moon. There is actually a couple of interesting things that happen in the videos. And that was before all the Spirit Talker, and it was sort of after it was like 2 weeks after the blood moon was when I decided to do a bit more digging and diving into like the history and like what is actually going on in here. And then I was like, oh, I can check the wayline chart, and I was like, oh fuck, no wonder there's fucking weird and wonderful stuff happening here. The wayline here does a whole weird thing. And it's like, right, well that'll explain why there's a lot of weird stuff. Not all the time, but more times than not. And a lot of weird shit happened over the blood moon, and there's another one coming soon as well. And I'm really, really looking forward to that one. And then I finish up the journey through the Vale on the spring equinox. That's when I finish the journey through the Vale. The journey through the Vale, I'll start it again at the end of this year as well, and going into next. I'm going to be doing it for the next 3 years. It's a 3-year thing. I've got this year. I started it towards last year, and then I'll start it again this year, because it's on top of a wayline. I have no idea what's going to happen. I can come out. I've got episodes where there's absolutely nothing, and even when there's absolutely nothing, there is still a couple of things. Like, you do see odd things in some of these random episodes, but the more recent ones have been a bit hardcore, to be fair. Especially for when you come out with no intention whatsoever. Because the last full moon, as much as that was a chill night, there was actually still seeing a couple of apparitions. You can actually see them in the camera, you can actually see them in the video if you know what you're looking for. You just have a look at the 7-minute video of being up here. The 7-minute video of down there and looking directly down, you'll see something grey standing. That's what I see. The camera actually picks it up, and now, just imagine being able to see that with your own naked eyes. Like, you're turning, you see it at this, you see something standing at the corner, like over to your right hand side. So I'm looking now over here, and then I turn the camera, I point the camera at it, and then I'm like, does the camera show it? No. And it's like, right, cool. So how am I still able to see what's looking back at me? Just giving a different perspective. There's sometimes where I freeze on the spot because I'm like what are you meant to do? Like, if I call out and start challenging it, Like I could see it with my own vision, and I'm like, nah, I'll just and then I've came up with the spirit talker, and I've came in here and it says you actually see us, because there's 3 of them. There's probably more, but there's 3 main ones, and it's even commented around in different areas in different woodlands. It said you are respectful. Well, I try to be respectful as much as possible. There's been a couple of times where these there's been a few times in I've got a couple of videos where I'm like, if I wasn't recording, I'd be challenging it, and it knows whatever it is. There's one in particular that knows if I wasn't recording, I'd be challenging it, really calling it out. Really calling it out. And I've had a couple of weird dreams about coming up here over the past wee while. As much as the weather's been, the weather has been, it's actually put a thing, it's made it so that I actually wouldn't be able to come, because I wanted to come and do the tree symbols on a nice day, and it's a beautiful day, even though it's beginning to get a wee bit cloudy, but it's still blue skies and sunshine. And I thought, right, well, if it's a beautiful day when I come out and do the symbols in Ravenswood and Eagleswood, well, I'll come back and do a night time, because I'll come up at midnight, get the campfire going, because I have a few topics that I can talk about, and then I've got the main witching hour, the 2 main witching hour. Well, so it'll be one big long video, but it'll start with an urban legend, and then it'll go into like a weird topic, or I might do the weird topic before the witching hour, because I'll make the rake one an hour long, and then have the spirit talker, and then I've got a really good interesting topic beforehand. It's about nature and stuff, and creation, and how savage nature is, and how primal it can be at times and stuff, because I've got a really interesting one. It's something I've been wanting to talk about for quite a while, and I thought, nah, I'm going to talk about it. It's a funny one. It's fun. I already had a know your fucker moment earlier, so it's all good. Because when I finish this episode over at this tree, when I finish the episode over here, the next episode will be the nighttime campfire experience. I was going to say camping campfire experience. No camping. I'll come up for a few hours and do a campfire experience, and then talk about an urban legend and a really funny topic, but quite factual at the same time. Really factual at the same time, which will be quite interesting. A bit of fun. A funny topic, because it's been a wee while since I've talked about a funny topic. Anyway, I'm going to end this one here because it's a bit long actually. I'm going to end it with this in the background here. Come join me on that's the weird symbols in Eagleswood, which was over there. That's some really weird and interesting tree symbols in there, and then the daytime tree symbols through here at Ravenswood. I always have the feeling that on a full moon the symbols stick out a bit more than at night than during the day in this woodland. It's a bit weird, but it is on my way line, I've had weird and wonderful things happen since being at this way line, so since coming here, so it's all good. It's all good. And then we've got tonight's shenanigans to, because I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen tonight. Absolutely no idea. And I'm going to end this one. I'm going to end this one here because I'm here on my own. I like to show that I am actually out on my own. I don't come out with anyone. I'm here on my own. I do this all on my own during the day and at night time. It's just me. Just me. Anyway, I'm going to end it here at this tree. If you know, you know. If you know anything about woodlands on top of way lines, you'll know about this tree and what it signifies. And there's always a tree that's like that as well. Yeah, if you know, you know. I'll give more detail in future content. I'll end it with that tree in the background with the sun, because the sun, the tree, and the moon with this tree is connected. Anyway, come join me on tonight's campfire experience at Ravenswood. Till then, stay safe, stay blessed. Most importantly, have fun. Go out into the woods. Just don't be as stupid as I do and come out over witching hours with no spiritual protection or anything. I do it because I'm totally at one with the light, and I've got the shield. It's like the shield of light. Not everybody gets that shield of light. Not everybody can use it. Everyone can attain it, but not everyone can use it. Anyway, that's another topic for another witching hour. Anyway, come join me on tonight's campfire witching hour experience. Urban legend and a couple of random topics about creation, about what we see and what we experience, and how mental nature can be at the same time, since the beginning of time to now. Anyway, come join me then. Stay safe, stay blessed, God bless. Peace!